You're watching the station that's working for you. Now, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Christian Schaefer with your WMAR 2 News update. Governor Larry Hogan is calling for a stricter crime reduction plan for Baltimore City. His office sent a letter to Baltimore City's mayor, police commissioner, and the president of the city council. As of this morning, they say they haven't received the letter, but in it, the governor outlines his ideas on how the city can reduce violent crime. He's calling for tougher sentences for repeat violent offenders and using that aerial surveillance plane that the city police commissioner had rejected. The governor wants to see the homicide rate below 200 a year. That hasn't happened since 2011. Governor wants to see the number of murders solved in Baltimore City to be up at 60%. He says that the police commissioner's plan called for a 40% clearance rate for homicides in Baltimore. The governor has pledged state money toward Baltimore City, $21 million to help the fight against crime, as long as city leaders submit quarterly performance measures. There is a copy of the letter right now on our website, WMAR2news.com. Another member of the Baltimore City Police Department has been charged in connection with the disgraced gun trace task force. Federal prosecutors say a detective, Carmine Vignola, made false statements to a grand jury about helping plant a BB gun near a man who had been deliberately run over by the leader of the gun trace task force, Sergeant Wayne Jenkins. That incident happened back in 2014. Prosecutors now say Vignola also lied about the BB gun being retrieved from the trunk of another officer's vehicle when actually he drove with that officer to the home of another officer to retrieve it for that scene. That officer says prosecutors say Detective Vignola drove with now retired police sergeant Keith Gladstone. He has also pleaded guilty to planting a fake weapon at a crime scene. In this same case, Gladstone was supposed to be sentenced this week. That has now been postponed. That third officer involved in that case has not been identified, but there are already these 8 members of the Baltimore City Police Gun Trace Task Force serving time in federal prison right now. Vignola is a 12-year veteran of the Baltimore City Police Department. Police in Baltimore County are now investigating whether the man suspected of using stolen gift cards to buy diesel fuel from a Royal Farms gas station in the county could be connected to a van loaded with diesel fuel found in the Inner Harbor in Baltimore City. These are the 2 incidents that happened Monday. The suspect is a 30-year-old man. County police did not release his name, but they say that he may be responsible for both of those vehicles. Police say he'd been using Royal Farms gift cards to buy that diesel fuel from the store on Pulaski Highway near Ebenezer Road. He told police a man in Virginia who'd rented him the van gave him the gift cards, but that man in Virginia told police he doesn't know anything about Royal Farms gift cards or the fuel tanks. County and city police are continuing that investigation. Today marks 18 years since the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. The most prominent feature of the Maryland 9/11 Memorial in downtown Baltimore is those 3 beams which came from the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York. There's also marble in this memorial from the Pentagon and the names of the 69 people from Maryland who died in the 9/11 attacks. It also has markings on the side describing the events of 9/11, starting with the first plane hitting the North Tower of the World Trade Center at 8:46 that morning. Every year on this date, Baltimore's World Trade Center acts as a sundial with the shadow moving across the memorial, covering each subsequent event at the time that it happened. High school in our area has got 4 new works of art to inspire student interest in the arts. 4 new murals brightening up the students' days at Benjamin Franklin High School, which is in the Brooklyn neighborhood of South Baltimore. The project was made possible by Life Water. They had local artists Ernest Shaw, Megan Lewis, Gaia, and Nether creating these colorful murals.
And now from WMAR 2 News, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. We do have the heat, the humidity on the comeback for today. That heat index is going to make it feel a lot hotter out there. So we'll feel more like the upper 90s to about 100 degrees for today. And with that, the possibility for an isolated shower or thunderstorm is going to be out there as we head more towards, I'd say, between 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock this evening. And some of those could be on the strong to severe side. So be careful. Keep your eye to the sky. Stay weather aware for today. The humidity, yes, will continue to surge up as we go throughout the day. The Futurecast picking up on, again, the thunderstorm activity that's going to be possible, more isolated, scattered in nature as we head between 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And with that, we are in a marginal risk, a level 1 on a scale of 1 to 5. The biggest threat would be damaging wind gusts if it does turn severe. High temperature today going right around 93 degrees, 92 on Thursday. And then the front moves through and temperatures drop down to 76 degrees on your Friday. And then they bump right back up as we head into the weekend.
Okay, Lynette, thanks very much. Stick with WMAR2news.com all day long. long for updates on top stories and breaking news. And for news and weather on the go, you can download the WMAR 2 News app. It's in the App Store. It's got live radar, and you can set up breaking news alerts to come straight to your phone or tablet. Thanks for watching. I'm Christian Schaefer.
This WMAR 2 News update is sponsored by Jones Junction.